My name is Leo Ocanas, and I came here in the early 50s to pick cherries. I was 8 years old, and we were getting 35 cents a lug of cherries at that time. Now they get $3.50. And we came here for 5 or 6 weeks of cherries, then go back and find some other work on tomatoes or whatever, and then come back for apples, and that's just the way we did it in those days. 5 weeks here and 5 weeks there, and when I start coming here, I told my mother one day when I grow up, I'm going to try to buy a farm here. And she said, well, as hard as you work, I used to get up at 5:30 in the morning, pick cherries, and pick sometimes 25 to 30 lugs of cherries a day at 8 years old. And my mother used to save the money, and that's where. And then I started growing up, and I was more ambitious, and we used to go to Idaho and pick potatoes. We used to go to Mississippi and pick cotton, and go back to Florida and pick tomatoes, and then wait until we come back here. And I did that until I was about 18 years old. Then I bought my own truck to truck cherries and apples, and that's when I decided that someday I was going to buy a farm here. And in 1978 I did buy these 22 acres here. And we grew up to have about 100 and something acres of fruit. And that's where we are. Yeah, since I was little, we used to come here and pick cherries, and they didn't have no harvesters and shakers to shake the cherries. Everything had to be done by hand, and it was thousands and thousands of migrants come and pick cherries here and do the work of the machinery. Nowadays, well, everybody's got 6, 8 for the machines, and like me right now, I hire 12 pickers, and me and my son and my wife will do the rest. But yeah, it used to be a lot of migrants here that they even have Hispanics theaters and drive-ins here. They used to have a drive-in here in the Old Mission Peninsula years ago, and I used to enjoy that because that's the only there, and go to the beach here in the Old Mission Peninsula. That's all we did. The rest of the time was just working. Yeah. But I used to enjoy that now. Now that we got the farms, there's more headaches, and the way the economy is right now, we're having a hard time, and like everybody else. But I still enjoy it. That's all I know how to do since I was little. I like to plant my trees, and I plant about from 500 to 1,000 trees a year of fruit. And I like to watch them grow and say, hey, we're going to start picking those, and we just planted them about 5 or 6 years ago. And I'm 66 years old now, and that's all I know what to do. But I'll get up there with my workers and work the same as they do, and we go raining, and I'm there with them. Yeah, we do a lot of work. I got a boy and a girl. He's 33 years old and she's 38 years old, and he helps me with the farm, and she's a nurse in the migrant clinic. And my wife, without her, I wouldn't be able to do it. We go to the market, and she lives here at 4:30 in the morning, and for 5 days a week. And that's what it takes to keep going, because it's hard nowadays to make it real easy. It's a lot of work, but yeah. But my family, of course, is involved in it. All the boys involved more, but my daughter helps with the payroll and all that. And they're a lot of help. Couldn't do it without them. Yeah, I used to get visas pretty easy. Well, not easy, and I have 6 people that's been come here for 15 years with visas, 10 to 15 years, and the last 2 years I haven't been able to get the visas. And they got too much red tape, and they just didn't. I guess they want people from here to do the job of farming, but I'm having a hard time. I hire some of them, but they don't want to do it. And I'm having a hard time, but I don't know, I used to, them same people come every year, and they were checked by the federal every year, and until last year they told me, no more. I don't know why, but now I'm having a hard time hiring people from Florida and all over. But I got lucky, I got some good help. I got some of them that they got they're American citizens, and they've been working for me as far back as 25 years. And they keep coming. I might be doing something right because they keep coming with me. But I wish that could be a little easier, or these people could want to work more, like we used to, like I do. Yeah, I got 12 workers, and 12 workers has been averaging from 80 to 95,000 pounds a day. And it takes me 8 weeks to finish. And I give them a break, a drink, a Coke or a Pepsi or coffee and bread and all that every afternoon since I started in '78. And they're good workers, and I just enjoy being with them. Yeah. So we'll see the future, what it brings us. But my wife tells me, do you know how old you are? Why you keep planting all these little trees? And I said, well, that's all I know what to do. I said, whenever I can't do it no more, well, then I love the Old Mission Peninsula. I love it here. That's why we stayed here. But I'll go to Florida for 2.5 months in the winter, and I'm anxious to live here when the snow comes, and then I'm anxious to come back right away. I'm used to it here. But we love it, and we wouldn't trade nothing for this. Yeah.
Yeah, we only did about 2 minutes. As I was coming back across from Cuba, I saw an eagle flying right over me. So I pulled over and got some shots of him.
My goodness!
Now, do you have a number for the Blicks?
Yes.
Would you call them and see if I can come down there and video Liz talking about Edgewood Resort?
You call right there.
What number?
It's in the directory under Blick.
Huh. You hit it, huh? Bluebird. Oh, here's Blick. Hi, Liz. How are you? Pretty good. Would it be possible for me to come down there now and video you talking about the Edgewood Resort? Oh. Okay. This is not a good day. Okay. Well, maybe sometime next week then? Okay. Okay. Whatever you know will be helpful in this. Did I tell you what I'm doing, really? Okay. Well, it'll be helpful to the elementary school kids and others who want to learn about the history of the peninsula. So, and those are people who probably don't know much anything about the Edgewood Resort. So, whatever you say will be useful. All right? Thank you. Bye. She's sick. Not good.